So not really a trend, but I personally have been seeing some videos where people are kind of recording content in the form of traditional old school YouTube. Like the early mid 2000s where people kind of just rambled on camera and talked about whatever it is that they wanted to talk about. I really enjoyed it. I came across it, and obviously I'm doing it here myself, so I definitely enjoyed it. But to me, it was more personable. It reminded me of my childhood and how there was like sort of that mystery and excitement of watching strangers talk about things they're interested in or share things about their lives. Excuse me. It's hot outside, so I'm a little out of breath. But yeah, I think we've kind of lost that with modern social media, I would guess to some extent, or a major extent, to where everything seems to be pre-written a little too much. There's nothing wrong with having notes or having things, planned ahead in advance. But there's like that social media voice, that very unique like formula and scripting, and everything is very homogenous and the same. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with that either. I mean, people are wildly successful doing that. But I actually tried that myself, and it was okay. It was fun, but it just wasn't me. I mean, I was even doing I started doing the social media voice, and I was posting the same content, and I had the same editing, and I was using the same CapCut edits and sounds. And the scripting was just, I don't know, it just wasn't me. It was corny. So yeah, I was inspired by that, and I figured, why the fuck not? Because I was about to say I don't have a lot going on. That's not true, actually. My schedule is like pretty packed now. But the thing is my schedule is only packed now with activities because recently I chose to. So I guess that's the main topic. I rambled for a bit, but that's the main topic of what I wanted to kind of ramble about. And the thing is I already talk a lot anyways, so I might as well just do it and post it. But anyways, I recently saw the movie Obsession, and that got me in a different way. It got me thinking about how these guys wanted to make art. They went to college, they came out, they started a YouTube channel, they posted comedy, they just did it. Became wildly successful. Got it situated to where they could actually film a movie, played it at a film festival, sold it, and now look at them. I mean, that's the highest grossing movie of all time, I believe, that had a budget below $1 million or something of that nature. I read it the other day. I'm not gonna check the source on that, but look it up. And it just really stuck with me. I mean, same with Backrooms to a certain extent, but it made me realize, like, you really can just do whatever the hell you want. Like, you really can just make videos and post them. You really can learn how to act. You really can make a movie. And even the actors in there, I mean, the actors were relatively unknown. I mean, she was in Superman and Lois. He was in Teen Wolf and did a lot of voice acting. And he was like a side character, I guess, in Law and Order or something. I looked it up a little bit. But and now they're famous, they're wildly successful. They killed it. The acting was on par. It was with very high-end studios and movies. They just fucking murdered it. It was awesome, pun intended. But it was great, and it really made me think, like, I can just do whatever. If I just keep doing it, you'll have some form of success. I'll have some form of success. But I took that to heart in such a broad way somehow, and I immediately signed up for a 5K race. I signed up for 2 different martial arts, jiu-jitsu and taekwondo. I'm actually trying out Tang Sudo. I'm trying that out soon. And my life has just been great. I mean, that was probably most likely not the intended effect of that movie at all. Either of those movies, Backrooms or Obsession, but it just really hit me, and I was like, fuck it, like, I'm just gonna do whatever. I went and bought a bunch of like lenses and filters and a mic and like a gimbal and a tripod. I'm gonna make some like little short clips, videos with my buddy, nature content, maybe do a little bit of acting for fun. And then it also hit me recently, when I was a teenager, way before the big trend rush. I actually had a little podcast with one of my friends, and it was fun. I mean, we only got a few hundred views per thing, but per post, but I had a lot of fun just rambling, in the same style that I'm doing today, that old YouTube style. And And a lot of my buddies would listen to it almost like a radio show. They would listen to it every morning on the way to work. And you know, that was cool. Like, I really didn't care if anyone else saw it. Like, it was just nice having that support from my friends. And that's probably how everyone starts, and they keep doing it, and they hone their craft, and they express themselves artistically. And some people make it, some people don't. But I think if you go into it just kind of going, hey, like, I want to do something for fun because I enjoy it, and I like getting my ideas and my brain and my soul and heart out there. I mean, I think you just don't give a shit. You shouldn't. Everyone wants to be successful, I guess, to some extent. But basically what I'm getting at personally, in my own heart, finally, instead of just seeing it and pretending, I finally get it. I finally get what people mean by just being okay with performing the art, being okay with not making money, being okay with not having an audience, because it's all about going the distance and just making your stuff and expressing yourself. And that all hit me, and I did the 5K race today with my buddies, and we had a lot of fun. I got them to go with me. We didn't do particularly well in terms of like competing, but that wasn't the point. I mean, we finished, we got the medal. It was incredibly fun. It was nice weather. We met some new people. It was super fucking cool. Martial arts classes have been awesome. I mean, going to the jiu-jitsu one's been a little hard because I have to get up at like 6 a.m. and I work closing shifts, so that's been very tough. But I don't know, like, my life has just been amazing once I realized I had free will. And that might sound like pretty fucking dumb to some people, like oh, I finally have free will, like blah blah blah, because everyone, and not everyone, but like a huge group of people on social media talk about just go out there and do it, like just get it done, have free will, blah blah blah. But how many of us out there actually understand what that means and actually do it? I don't know. I think it's marginally low. And at least for me, it fucking got me. Like, it hit me. And now I'm just doing whatever the hell I want. And I was kind of loosely already doing that because I worked on writing and things like that, but I'd always give up because I wanted immediate success, and I couldn't even define what that meant. Was it fame? Was it approval? Was it numbers? Was it money? I don't know. All of the above, I don't know. But just the idea that if I want to act, I can act. If I want to voice act, I can voice act. If I want to paint, draw, record content, make a movie, become, like a marathoner, or do a martial arts tournament, like spontaneously go to Europe or a different country, like I can just do it. And that was so exciting to actually have that hit me. So I hope anyone who's out there, like, even if I get like 10 views, let's say I only get 10 views and it's from the same 3 people that I'm friends with, I hope if you're listening to this that you can actually get that for yourself, and that you can actually wake up and be inspired by something and realize that you can just go out and do whatever you want. Because I'll get dramatic for myself. I always make the joke, there's no such thing as original thought, so I'm just going to be copying the cliche, but I'll be dramatic here. Every one of us is going to die one day, and if you've ever had a near-death experience, this will, you'll understand. But you want to be satisfied with your life, particularly if you die like spontaneously and it's a freak accident or some shit like that. You want to make sure you've left no stones unturned in terms of effort. And for me, I'm not talking about like great success. I just mean trying and going through the journey and doing something. You want to make sure that you're actually living your life, that you're actually doing things. And obviously this whole thing is about me projecting, like, this is my ramble. I realized I want to make sure I'm actually doing something, and I am, and I feel incredible. I don't know what this is going to end up being. I don't know if it's even going to have a structure. Like I said, I might just keep doing the classic YouTube, like say whatever the hell I want and just ramble style. That's been a big enjoyment for recently, is consuming that type of content. But I don't know. I feel good. Hopefully this is the first of many things. I want to post like random weird ass content, play dumb little characters, voice act for my friend's videos that he's starting, post like random clips and videos that don't make sense. I just want to make somebody smile, make somebody laugh, make myself laugh. Maybe talk about something I'm knowledgeable about, educationally, ramble, give somebody something to listen to, give them that fly on the wall effect where they feel like they're just hanging out with friends. And you know, maybe some other things, like my buddy and I are thinking about making an animation cartoon and voice acting those characters. I don't know. The world's really my oyster. It's your oyster. We could do whatever the hell we want, just like the guys that made Obsession, the studio people, the agents, the producers, the videographers, the colorists, the actors, the actresses, all of them. Just like them, we can just do whatever we want. So if somehow in a random ass chance that anyone that worked on those movies, Backrooms and Obsession, see this, I just want that you guys to know that it really affected me. Definitely, like I said, not in the intended way. At least to me, it wasn't most likely not the intended way. It really changed my life for the better, and now I'm just gonna do whatever the hell I want when I want. So yeah, I guess we'll see how this turns out. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, I doubt most people will, because there's really no organization here unless this is your thing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Yeah.